Life does not always go according to plan. Sometimes we get trapped in situations we did not choose. We are tired, disappointed, confused. Confidence can shake, but life keeps moving forward. Life doesn't wait for us to be ready. The storm comes uninvited. Maybe your heart is broken. Maybe your mind is in chaos. There are days when your confidence collapses, days when your spirit disappears. That's natural. That's part of being human. But remember this, every scar can be a sign of rising, not a symbol of defeat. Heartbreak, failed attempts, losing someone you love, all of that can be the fire that forges you. What defines you is not the event, but how you respond to it. In life, there are always two voices, one that says give up and one that says get up. The voice you choose to listen to will determine your next step. At every lowest point, you have two choices. Let the pain break you or use it as a reason to rise. This is the time to become sharper, more mature, wiser, stronger. You don't need to be perfect to move forward. You just need one reason not to quit. As long as you can find that reason, you can survive. You are human, and humans have an extraordinary capacity to transcend suffering if they choose to keep going. Remember, trials come to everyone. No one is immune to tests, but only those who choose to stand will reach the finish line. This is your chance to show yourself that you are tougher than your fears, bigger than your problems. Look at those problems, pain, debt, failure, and say, I will conquer this. Not because it's easy, but because my life is not over. There are still people who need you. There are still purposes you haven't fulfilled. You don't need a diploma or wealth to choose to endure. You only need a decision not to give up. No matter how violent the storm, don't let that storm define who you are. You are not the result of your worst moments. You are the result of your decision to keep moving forward. Don't run, don't hide, stand tall, even if your knees are trembling. Today, choose to endure. No matter how broken your relationship, how many times you've fallen, how many people have doubted you. Remember, there is a power within you, greater than anything that stands against you. If you dare to fight, you will discover a new version of yourself. If you keep pushing, you will unlock the best version of you, a version you never imagined existed. And when you slowly rise from that darkest place, when you look at yourself in the mirror and barely recognize who you used to be, you will realize all that pain was not a punishment, but a process that shaped you, a process that molded you into a person who cannot be easily broken. You will stand chest out with a new confidence. You will step forward with wounds that have become lessons, with tears that have turned into strength. You will walk with your head held high because you have been through the storm and you came out as your true self, unshakable. And when that moment comes, the world will see you differently. They will see someone who once fell but never gave up. They will see someone who once broken but rebuilt themselves. They will see a warrior, not a victim. They will see someone who chose to fight when the world said he should quit. And when you look at yourself, you will smile. I have endured. I have survived my darkest days, and I'm still here. That is your victory. Not because you never failed, but because you refused to stop. Not because you were stronger than everyone else, but because you chose to rise every single time you fell. You are living proof that human beings can overcome anything if they have a reason to keep growing. So today, make that reason real. Make your family that reason. Make your future that reason. Make yourself that reason. Bless the world with your presence because you chose to stay. And every step you take forward will be a reminder that the storm never defeated you. You defeated that storm. And in the end, when you stand at the peak of your journey, you will look back and see the road you've traveled, all the pain, all the struggle, all the tears, and you will know it was all worth it because you are no longer the same person. You are stronger, you are wiser, and you will keep moving forward, no longer afraid to face the storm because you learned one powerful truth. You cannot be stopped. You cannot be shaken. You cannot be defeated. Because every time the world tried to knock you down, you found a way to stand back up. Every time fear tried to bend you, you found a voice to scream louder. Every time a door slammed shut in your face, you learned to build your own door. You are not just a survivor. You are a champion. You are not just someone who walked through the storm. You are the storm itself. Strong, wild, and unstoppable. You carry hope for those who have lost it. You carry light for those still walking in the dark. And every step you take will inspire others to believe that they can too. They can rise. They can endure. They can win. Your life is now the evidence that destruction is not the end, that wounds can turn into strength, that ordinary people can do extraordinary things if they refuse to give up. So keep walking, keep fighting, keep standing, because your best days haven't arrived yet. Your story isn't over, and the world is waiting to see who you really are, waiting for the moment you stop doubting yourself, waiting for the moment you stop asking permission to dream, waiting for the moment you take that first step toward the future you deserve. Because this life is not about how many times you fall, but how many times you choose to rise. Not about how hard you get hit, but how hard you're determined to fight back. Not about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the middle of it. Today is an invitation for you, an invitation to leave the past behind, to leave regret behind, to leave fear behind. Today is a call to stand taller, to run faster, to believe stronger. The world wants to see you survive. The world wants to see you win after every tear that fell. The world wants to see you stand on the summit and shout out loud, "I made it." And when that moment comes, you will realize that all your pain was fuel. All your rejection was a lesson. All your failure was a stepping stone that brought you here. You will give thanks that you never gave up. You will embrace every scar because they made you who you are today. You will smile because your journey has transformed you into someone who cannot be stopped, cannot be shaken, cannot be defeated. And in the end, you will not just survive, you will truly live. You will love again, you will believe again, you will dream again, and you will stand before the world as someone who was broken, but as someone who was forged. Because this is the moment, this is your time, this is your life, and you are ready to live it fully. This is the start of a new chapter in your life. No longer as someone who fears failure, no longer as someone who hides from pain, but as someone who dares to face the world. Starting today, you will walk with confidence, with a strong heart, and with an unshakable determination. Starting today, you will choose to stand every time the world tries to knock you down. And when those dark days come again, because they will come, you will no longer be afraid. You will look that storm in the eye, stare it down, and say, "I've been through this before, and I will get through it again." Because you have found who you really are. You have found your reason to endure, and no one can take that from you. So rise up, keep moving forward. Live fully, because the world has not yet seen your peak. And when they do, this is a soul that cannot be stopped.